for.
There it is.
There it is. Welcome to Take Action Training. I am Julie.
And I'm Jess.
And together, we're J Squared,
Yes.
going by the fabulous Nikki B. Savita. I'm not sure if she's here yet today.
I don't think she's coming today. She messaged me. She has something else going on. But she's got the replays, so she can rewatch it as many times as she wants and get as much valuable as she can possibly squeeze out of it. And this one is going to be super valuable, whether you have been in business for 24 hours or 24 years. We are talking about how to write posts that promote your business in a way that turn people on, not off. It is something that we all can use to get a little better at. So I'm going to drop that the resource right here in the chat so you can download it. And if you are watching this on replay as part of the Take Action Training Program, it is over in the corner or up above in the files section for this particular training.
Exactly. And don't run. So if you're not a copywriter, I am not a copywriter. I can come up with high level, like everything I want to say, but the flower it up part, Jessica's our resident expert, but it is a learned skill. I have gotten much, 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 much better. So you stay tuned because we're going to show you how easy it really can be. And these are the lifeblood of your social media for sure. So
exactly,
this is what bring everyone into, no luck and trust.
Yes. And I want to just hop in here with a disclaimer right off the bat. We are going to be talking about biz building prompts. And yes, that is one of the 3 posts that we provide in our paid monthly marketing membership. But we don't really care where you're getting your biz building prompts. There are thousands of places out there that you can get biz building shortcuts. You can get, they call it done for you content when it's just a prompt to kind of help prompt you on how to make a post that's going to get that engagement and that response from your audience. So you will hear us mention Your Social Plan Pro quite a bit today. A lot of you on here are Your Social Plan members. If you're not, please don't feel like if you don't have your social plan that this doesn't apply to you. This applies to anybody, and we're just showing you how to use the shortcuts that are out there in a very quick and professional way so that you can get it done and get back to your business.
Exactly. We all know consistency is the key to social media, and this part of the prompts and like what you're doing, this is really what's going to make you shine. So consistency and this copywriting. So we're excited to bring it to you today.
So is anyone else having trouble downloading the PDF from the chat right off the bat? I see someone's having trouble. Let me just make sure. It should just come right down for you when you click it. You guys try it again. Let me know. Can you get it? Got it. Okay.
I was able to. Yes. And a lot of people have trouble when you download PDFs off of your phone because it just disappears. You download it and you don't know where it went. It goes in your downloads folder. So that's just a phone thing. So my little trick is I download it twice. The second time it says you've already downloaded it, and then I just click the little link and it opens. So I don't have to know where they live. But
all right, so try that. Try that then, and just let's see if you can get it that time, Leanne. But yeah, don't be afraid if you hear us mentioning our flagship products a good bit today. You can find biz building prompts anywhere. We've already done a caption writing training. It was a little different than this. Today's is specifically about how to do that sale post, the salesy post without being overtly salesy. And we're going to show you how to be a little bit more, just kind of discreet and kind of like dropping your thing sometimes. Which is pretty fun. And once you get the hang of it, it doesn't feel quite so scary.
For sure. So, do you just want to jump right into, let me see. You want to go over that, or you want to jump?
Yeah, I mean, you can go over that. I don't think I've covered all that.
Okay. So obviously, you can buy a year's worth of skincare content
From us.
From us, yeah. So
Yeah.
again, we try to stay away from these being super salesy on our point, but this is specifically for you if you are in network marketing, if you're any kind of brick and mortar, whatever. We have a content bundle. We have competitors that do too. You can create your own in Canva. So again, we just want to make sure that it doesn't sound super salesy. So
well, and so let me just tell you why I put this here. I put this here to kind of just to show you that just buying a product is not enough. So, you know, we have people all the time who they start their Unique business or their Bellamy business or their Beachbody business or their Advocare business, and they'll buy $200 of content, which is, you know, a year or a half a year of skincare or fitness content. And that's all they do. They think, okay, I have this content. I'm just going to post that every day. But what we're trying to kind of shine light on today is that that is only part of the strategy. If you are not ever inserting posts where you are actually asking for the sale, or you're actually showing people's results and you're actually talking about your products, then all that beautiful targeted content that promotes and kind of grooms people to that positions you as a health and fitness expert or a skincare expert or as a real estate expert, then you're doing yourself a huge disservice because no one's buying from you. We hear that all the time too. Hey, I'm posting your content, but no one seems to be buying from me. 9 times out of 10, I'd say even 99 times out of 100, it's because they're not doing the biz building prompt side of things. We see it all the time in YSP. We see it all the time in desperate entrepreneurs who come to us for the very first time and have never even experienced our products. So that's what today is about. We're going to show you how to incorporate those biz building prompts in the mix of the other content that you might have, whether it's through someone that competes with us or whether it's through our Your Social Plan program or some of our skincare or some of our content bundles.
Yeah, I just want to expand on that really quick too. So obviously social media, you come across the people that just post the promo that they get from their upline, or if they're a business, they're just posting, tips or whatever. So social media is meant to be a mix of content. Our YSP content, we come up with this framework. It's our MVP framework. So the P is what we're talking about today. That is super important. If it's MVP, that's a third of your, basically your posts. So M is for motivation and inspiring. V is for visibility, getting engagement. And then the P are promo, presence, those types of posts. So we just want to make sure that you're on board with why these are so important. And again, the people that we deal with on a daily basis are missing out on these, and these are the best posts for you. So, but again, they have to be in the mix. Okay. You can't just do all of these either.
Yeah, because if you're just posting, you can go on to the next page. But, we talked about that. If you want to go back and watch our social selling, our series on social selling and how to do the 80-20 rule and all of that, you can't just post P's either. Which is why, it took a long time for Julie and I to kind of figure out why YSP works so well for the people who do it correctly. And it's because of that daily MVP framework, the motivational post in the morning, the engagement post midday where you're asking a question or you're being relevant to the season. And then that third post is where you just you've already massaged the algorithm. You've already posted consistently. And now you have that promotional post that's going to have more eyes on it. So today's going to be about how to do that promotional post in a way that doesn't backtrack from all the progress you made earlier in the day.
Definitely.
Makes sense?
Definitely. All right. So, and if you are new to Take Action, we do take questions at the end, but you can drop them here and Debbie will collect them. And if it's pertinent to the moment, we might answer it right now as well. So, and exactly. In your resource, we're going to go over several. So I'm just going to scroll through and we're going to go over several of these prompts that come straight from YSP and kind of show you our thought process on how we do these. All right. So the first one is product or service spotlight.
Everyone needs to be doing these. I don't care if you sell dog food or if you sell scents or if you sell elderberry syrup or if you sell healing crystals. At some point, you are going to have to spotlight your products and your services and what you do.
Exactly. We want to come over as not so super promotional about it, but and again, in the MVP, I just keep going back to that, but like we sprinkle in a little bit about what we're doing, even in those posts. All right. So this is like, if you've ever heard of the jab
hook.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
Jab hook.
Yeah. So this is kind of that same philosophy. So
exactly.
Right. I'm going to read this off just because this is the prompt that
and then I'm gonna come in and tell you what not to do.
Exactly. All right. So in this prompt, this is an example. This is straight out of our thing. It's
July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That's what I did.
Okay, good. Yep. I didn't know what dates they were from. I knew they were exactly from them. So share a product or service this evening that is perfect for July. That is summer, vacation, or beat the heat themed. Get creative and share it. Include a candid pic and let everyone know what you're offering, why you love it, and how it will help them. And then we just got a little summer fun as a hashtag suggestion. All right. So Jess, our expert copywriter, go.
Oh, okay. So this is what you want to say or something around what you want to say. In this first example, I went skincare. The second one, I went fitness. And the third, I went Scentsy. But we can kind of talk about how to massage that into crochet lady. Elderberry syrup would kind of fall into the fitness realm or the wellness realm. And then, of course, there are real estate options as well. And I did my best to kind of spread the applicableness in the note section of this. But what you're not going to do here is say something like, hey, look at this product. It's awesome for not being hot. Buy this thing right here. Here's a link. That is what you're not going to do. Instead, you're going to kind of give it some personality. So this is my example. I kind of was channeling my inner Sandy Campbell here. So check this out. I'm so freaking proud of the progress my team has made this month. We challenged ourselves to do this thing, grow our team by 20, and we just added 23 members. Score. We did this simply by, and this is where you're just kind of inserting your products. And then you can mention how it's relevant. So here I went with the, it's perfect for summer. What's in your SPF? Is it helping you look younger and more radiant? If not, let's chat about it and see how we can fix that. Let me know in the chat if you can see the stark difference between saying something like that versus, here's my favorite SPF. You should buy it, right? That's what we want to avoid. And that's what we see so often when we have new business owners or new network marketers come to us. So yeah, so it's not aggressive and it's more educational, if you will. So in the notes here, yes, it's a skincare example. This is the only way that we were really going to be able to do this is to kind of show you an example for each one and then talk about the expansions for it below. So thank you, Nikki and Deanne, for the feedback. Yeah, so it seems very natural, right? It's not so, no one likes to be sold to. So instead, you're saying, check this out. And then you're talking about a success you had, something that you did well. And then you're talking about how you did it. And this one plays perfectly into a network marketing example. But if you're not in network marketing, maybe you have a crochet business and you have something red, white, and blue that could read something more along the lines of, look how festive this awesome thing is that I just made. I've had so much fun getting all the good feedback about it. If you're interested, you ought to check it out. I'd love to have your eyes on my Etsy store, something like that, rather than just, here's this thing, buy it because
Exactly.
that is not effective.
Yeah, Mary Alice, our crochet lady, does koozies. So it could be a red, white, and blue koozie. She could snap a picture of her on a floating in the water with her little chill koozie. Like, there's so many ways you can bring personality to these and work in your products.
Exactly. And I love what Nikki just did there, or what Savita just did. Independence Day is coming up. So yeah, maybe American Independence Day doesn't have anything to do with the financial niche, but when you talk about freedom and financial freedom, she's got the perfect vein to kind of spend this time of year to her product. Spin, as in SPIN, spin this time of year to match her products and services. And that's what all of this is about. It's about having a deft hand in the way that you are presenting yourself and your products based on the season that we're in. So anything that might help with kids, keeping kids cool or entertained, you are finding the way that your product is going to kind of speak to people where they are right now.
Right. And in the same sense of it's Independence Day or whatever, we're talking about July. July is the first half of the second half of the year. So it's the first of the second half. So like for her, it can be a start over on your finances, or if you're off track or whatever. So there's plenty of things that work into the seasonal part that make them unique to the season, the holiday, or whatever. So
exactly.
The second half of the year thing,
Yeah, and let's just pretend for a second that you are a Take Action training member and you're watching this and it's October. So you're going to do the same thing there. Finances got you scared. Are you spooked by your credit card debt? You see how, that come join me for my 7-day challenge, and let's take that frightful, I could just keep going on and on and on, but it's all about how just taking a little extra time. Jen mentioned it. Yep. You need to just slow down and give it a little more thought so that you're turning people on and not off.
And I will interject here as well that this is a product or service spotlight. Okay. So this can be done and redone and repurposed and reworked. Just because you do it once, take it and think about how you can transform it just a little bit for future holidays, or just like she mentioned, the October one. So I'm a batcher, so I like to do a whole lot at one time. So take this one piece of content and see how you can further refine it.
Yes. And so Holly has a good question, and I will take it right now because I think it kind of lends well to this. She has digital products, us too. Would a screenshot work? So I think a screenshot would work, but I don't think it would be as effective. Like I would there is nothing that stops scrolls the way like selfies and real candid photos do. So I almost would just like hold up my phone, and maybe like point to it, and maybe have your phone open to the sales page or the landing page. And then you can talk about it, because then that gives it a face. People are fatigued from just being sold and sold and sold. So when they see another screenshot of something, the tendency is going to just be to scroll past. Now, if you are in a place where you feel like you could create mock-ups in Canva, we did cover that back probably about 10 weeks ago when we first started our link in bio and some also in our freebie training. If you're in a place where you could take a screenshot and put it inside of a mocked up iPad or computer, then that would be more effective, I think, than just taking a screenshot. But you definitely, so often we see people not wanting to schedule these posts ahead of time, like if they do them at all, when you could, in actuality, sit down and do all 30 of them in just a few hours, and with just like a candid selfie. It doesn't even really have to pull in an actual picture of your product if it's something like that that's digital. Right.
And other ways to do this as well, it would be to turn around, take a picture of you sitting in front of your computer. Instead of holding the phone and having to have another phone, you can use your computer. You could, if it's something printable, you could be holding the the sheet, the physical. It does, again, it doesn't have to necessarily have your product in it. It can just be a selfie or you using the product if you don't want to do the mock-up. But the mock-ups will get people to stop the scroll. So when it's paired with a selfie too. So there's lots of ways. And again, Batcher here, I would suggest to try to get 20 or 30 selfies of you pointing and holding a phone. The phone doesn't have to have anything on it. You can do it mock-up style and then put your screenshot right on top of it. So think about how to get a bunch of selfies at one time. 5 shirts, change, So that way it's process a lot easier when you have something to go to and you don't have to think about the one, okay, I've got to stage this shot. What am I going to do? All right.
Exactly. It could also just be you sitting in front of your computer. Like you don't even have to see the screen and you can just give it context of, I love working on this, whatever you're doing and who you're helping and why it's so beneficial.
Exactly. So, all right. So
next example.
We covered a couple people in that one. So we'll see what we can do on the next one. All right. So the next is invite your audience to an event. All right. Whether it's online or in store, create scarcity by giving a deadline. This invite closes at 11:59 p.m. tonight. And limit for my first 10 customers. Think small, like July summer themed giveaway, email series, or webinar. And then we'll give you a couple of hashtag ideas. Again, these are specific to July because that's how we do our content, but you can batch this ahead and reframe them. All right, so I'm going to let the magical Jessica.
Stop. Okay, so I'm going to start out with what you don't want to do, and that's what I used to do, and that is, I have a challenge group coming up in July. Who wants to join me? Comment below. And then you hear nothing but crickets.
Because they're doing this. They're scrolling right by.
Crickets.
Because people don't want to be sold to. Okay. So, but this is, the other one was a sales post.
These are sales posts.
A sales post. We just have to reframe.
Exactly. So let's
supposed to go.
Yeah. Let's reel it back in a little bit. And let's get them to read the post in the first place. So happy end of June. It pays to get fit with me. Well, what the heck does that mean? I want to keep reading because, I'd like to get paid to get fit. So today only, I'm offering the next 10 people who join me in my paid July challenge group and this could literally be anything. So in here, because I've actually used this before back when I was a leader in Beachbody, $20 Starbucks gift cards for those who complete a challenge in July. Now, if you're in network marketing, you do want to be careful with this because they have that 30-day return for a lot of companies. So you want to make sure that you put that whole complete thing in there. Otherwise, someone could get the $20 gift card and then send the products back and you're literally just out $20 gift cards and X amount of Success Club points. So you want to make sure that you have that kind of wrapped up. If you're not in network marketing, then you have a lot more control over it. Who's ready to get rewarded for getting healthy? Let me know below. Don't forget, I'm only offering this bonus goodie to the next 10 people who sign up with me before midnight tonight, so don't wait. So this right here, if I were looking at it from an outside, I would immediately be like, oh my gosh, she's only accepting 10 people and it's only good tonight. Like, you have done so much to invoke that scarcity in a good way, in a way that compels people to take action. If you just say something open-ended, like, I'm looking for 10 people to join my challenge group, you're not going to, I've been there. You don't even get one person to sign up that way. So you can use this no matter what niche you're in. Will you scroll down so I can see the little notes?
Yes, I just want to say, I want to emphasize that in the past trainings, we've talked about the anatomy of a caption, but look at this hook. Happy end of July. It pays to get fit with me. That is seen in the little part before the read more, and it just creates them to want to well, how am I getting paid? Okay, so that hook is awesome.
I do want to apologize because I actually had gone an extra step and put some dynamite emojis in here, but they did not download with it and they just showed up as little blocks. So I had to remove them. But yes, you want to put a few emojis in there. I think I had happy end of June, and then I had a sunshine. It pays to get fit with me. And then I had 3 pointy down fingers, because that tells people they need to keep reading. So let's talk about how this could be different, because obviously I'm not even sure we have a Beachbody coach on right now, or a fitness coach, or anything like that. So let's talk about how this might work for some of the other people. If you are just in the regular like fitness or nutrition, this could be something that's absolutely free for you, like a one-on-one consult. If you have small samples, it could be like a bonus sample pack, a skincare tutorial, a one-on-one skincare tutorial can be worth, if you think about like the value, it could be worth $50. It could be a $50 value that you're including for free. If you're a real estate agent or in that similar niche, and maybe you have like a new home buyer's course that you sell for $99 or whatever, maybe you're offering them a nice bottle of champagne for everyone who signs up for that course before the deadline. Those are just some initial thoughts. You could also do the same thing, Savita. This might work for the financial niche. I don't know if champagne would fit, but you're just offering some kind of little small incentive to bump people, to swing the pendulum into people taking action without you saying, buy, do it now, buy.
Right.
And that's just scroll.
Setting up that scarcity that you've got people lined up waiting, to work with you. So that psychology works there. So people, I'm going to say it, people do business with people. So being the face of your business, doing that selfie, creating, being there, showing up. That is what these are all about. So, and those were great examples. I was trying to think of something that's a little more outside of brick and mortar. Like obviously,
Leanne's got one right here that she needs help with. So
Good.
She's got 2. So this is the way she's looking at it. I've got 2 spots left in my Wake Up and Choose Joy 8-week masterclass, which starts tomorrow. How would you suggest framing this in a post, for instance? It depends on to me, it depends on what your price point is, because if it's 8 weeks and it starts tomorrow, I can see people having barriers to committing that quickly. Like, oh, it's an 8-week course and it starts tomorrow. I sure don't know if I want to join tonight. That's my like gut reaction to that. I know you have a beautiful service. So it might be something that you just kind of wanted to maybe extend it to where it doesn't necessarily start tomorrow.
Well, if it's group, it probably does start tomorrow, but you could, so the idea is you want to fill these 2 spaces. So you can have something that you don't put out publicly, but an invite for them to DM you. So that
one-on-one
offer, for a free one-on-one that would sell them into it. You could do a payment plan as long as, it's done offline as far as, so other people don't say, well, I wanted to get the payment plan or whatever. So to fill those. But I love the free one-on-one added to it to try to get them on a call. That's obviously for what you do. And we don't know what your price point is.
But that would be the thing that kind of helped me over that hurdle of it's an 8-week masterclass that starts tomorrow, is if I had like one-on-one training the first week to help me get off to a great start or whatever. And then the value of that would be like $199 or whatever your time would be, because you're already positioning yourself. Oh my gosh, this is Deanne, the master of fierce, flawed, and fabulous, who's willing to take 2 hours of her time to walk me through like that. If you're positioning yourself the way you should be, that is super, that could be super valuable.
Or even if it's right for you type discovery call. You could do that, and it could be just a 20-minute call of, to try to get them on board, where then you could also offer a payment plan or offer a bonus or whatever. So bonus stacking is always great to sell out your programs. So I'd love to see what you end up doing there. So you'll have to come back to office hours and let us know.
Yes, Hilda, a % discount That's easy. Absolutely, you could do that. I don't mean to belittle it as it's easy, but yes, that's simple. That's something you could do really quickly. And
Again,
you
that's
just,
bring them offline to do that so that the other, how many ever are in there, don't see, like I wouldn't advertise it as a discount because you've already got people that paid full price. So make it seem secretive, but reach out to me and see what you can get type thing. If it's a discount. But
yes, including small gifts like keychains. Definitely, Mary Alice, that could work for sure in your niche. Jen wants to hire me to do 30 sales posts. Ooh, girl. She chokes up on these kinds of posts. Yeah, I know. That's why we want to do this. And we're probably going to do a couple installments. They won't be back to back, but this is just going to be the first conversation on how to master that sales side of thing.
And again, they're repurposable. You take the first ones are always the hardest, but then they come easier for sure. So in our bundle, we have like 52 of these, and we give you that are like fill in the blank. But in this, every single day, almost every single day, you get one of these. And if you batch ahead, it doesn't seem so hard once you get started. But
once you start working on them, they get easier and easier.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So any other, I think we covered that one pretty well. So we'll scroll on to the next one. Again, promo. So Saturday swag, smart product placement. Share a picture of you and a product or service in action. People like to see how it will fit into their lives, so don't be afraid to be candid. Pair it with a candid selfie of you using your product. All right, so it sounds easy, and it really is. Like, just like Crochet Lady, we talked about the koozie out in, a lounge or whatever you're doing, for holding the sparkler, for fire, for 4th of July.
All
right.
If America's Got Talent can do it with Dunkin' Donuts cups, like you can do this with yours, or American Idol with Coca-Cola bottles, or Nick Saban with the Coca-Cola bottle. Like, product placement is everywhere. And that's really all you're doing, except for you didn't have to pay a marketer $10,000 to tell you how to do it. So this is literally just, okay, so you're using your products. Jen takes elderberry syrup. Her kids take elderberry syrup every day. You're just product placing in a way that doesn't feel so icky. So this one I wrote for my Scentsy people, because we have a lot of people come through who are in that particular business. And this is one way that you could kind of spin it and still kind of create that interest without being like, I need to hit my quota by the end of the month. Buy Scentsy from me. If that, that's not the way you do it. So Saturdays in the summer around here can get pretty sweaty, but we wouldn't trade early morning soccer practice for anything. Thank goodness for my Aloha Citrus Room Spray and Scent Circle. That's an actual Scentsy product. I looked it up. They keep my car in Olivia's gym bag smelling Hawaii summer fresh all day long. What do you use to keep your car and kid bag smelling fresh? I'd love your input. So we didn't finish this one with, if you want some Aloha Citrus Room Spray and Scent Circles, buy it from me. Here's the link. That's not how you do it. You want people to comment, so you're asking for their input. And then once they comment on the post, maybe you can reach out to them and say, hey, have you ever used this, or have you ever tried that? But this is not about, this is how you do it I keep saying like with a deft hand, but this is how you do it without looking like a total noob and without turning people off and training them to just scroll right past you.
And a lot of times in the comments, someone will say, well, how do I get it? And you can drop the link in the comments. So
exactly.
And you can always, we talked about this on previous take actions, like you want to have your business besties that kind of come in and help with commenting. That might be a strategic one where your friend says, well, I've never tried that one, how do I get it? And then you can drop your link. So again, there's a little bit of strategy in that, a little sneakiness, but it will help when people are reading the comments. So. And the more comments, the more people get to see it. So with
Exactly. Yeah, Nada, this is great for affiliates too. So I'm glad you are here. So let's talk about how we could change this from Scentsy to literally any niche. So this could be an SPF lip balm or a foundation if you're in skincare, an on-the-go shake if you are in a nutrition product service, or an on-the-go elderberry shot, or something out of your shop that you're wearing, that you use, that you love, that you carry casually in your life. Maybe it's, I know I was thinking about Savita when I wrote this part. Maybe it's you holding a copy of your 3-day get out of debt kickstart with a caption about how you feel so blessed that you were able to share it with another mom at so-and-so soccer practice this morning. How was that?
That's awesome. I was trying to think of any other.
I just covered skincare, fitness, scent, and then the hard niche, which is the financial niche. And I even did the crochet niche or the Etsy store, kind of.
And those, and
that
again,
could be the same for you, Deanne, is like, you just
holding your book
photo and maybe you had a conversation with someone that sparked deeper thought or more self awareness or more self-confidence, just like putting it out there about how grateful you are to be in a spot to help people, and then how you helped that person. And you can do that without having their picture too. That person doesn't have to be in the post.
And you can't write the whole narrative of it. So it's going to create that curiosity that people might ask more in the comments, which is always a great thing.
Would I still place a sale with my post? I'm not sure what you're asking, Shannon. I would not at the end there say, if you want this Aloha Citrus Room Spray, buy it from me. Here's my link. I would not do that. I would leave it at that and then reach out to the people who gave me the input or to the people who interacted on my post.
Right. And again, if you have someone or several someones that can come in, they can ask a question and you can post in the link. And there is a time and a place. We're not saying that all posts don't have to have a link or can't have a link, because there is a time and you can sprinkle them in. But again, if we're talking about doing one of these types of posts every single day, then you're going to get over your 80-20 ratio if it's just a sales post. You want to create curiosity and having people want to reach out to you to say, hey, I loved that you posted the other day, but how do I get it? Mm-hmm. Right? So very natural. It's like you're sharing, your thoughts on these products. You're not selling them. You're sharing how they're helping you in your daily life, or you're using them. So,
exactly. And if you're going to put a link into any of these, that first one would be the place for the link where you're actually talking about the product and the promotion. But you just want to be careful about not doing links all the time for the reason that Julie said.
Right. So the thing that we don't want to do is to train people to scroll right by. Okay. Because the algorithm, the ratio of the other stuff that you're doing is supposed to help be bringing them in. You don't want to repel them with your promo posts, okay? Because that'll undo all the good you've done with the other posts. So,
yeah. All right, let's talk about Savita's real quick. Okay. I like a good challenge. So her comment from a while back was, I know the bigwigs charge thousands of dollars for a financial consultation. Any suggestion on how to frame that in a post without saying the bigwigs charge thousands of dollars for a financial consultation? Sure. You have to know where you're going with that, though. And I imagine intuitively that you're trying to get people to do a financial consultation with you at a much lower price point or for free. I'm not sure how much whether that's a free service or not. But in that scenario, I would speak to that person and their struggles. Like, hey, you're already in debt. Why in the world would you want to pay thousands of dollars for a financial consult? Let's stop that thought right now. Let's do it for X amount. Let's do it for a fraction of the amount. Let's do it for free and see how we can get you back on your feet, girl. We can do this. All you have to do is get financially fit with Savvy. Reach out to me or sign up here or whatever it is.
Yeah, and you can try, I don't know if if you're trying to immediately go for paid or if you already do, but if you don't, you can start with, a lot of coaches do this, the 15-minute discovery call to see if it's a right fit, whatever. I don't love that language, but so if you're if you're just starting, I would, do like a free, hop on a call and say, let me outline the 5 things that'll get you started. And it can be something free that you would be something like we would put in a freebie in your freemium lead magnet. All right. So outline those 5 things and how they can get a jump start today. And just packages as a 15-minute call. When you can get in front of someone and have that personal connection, you can sell to them. You can do it totally on social as well without having to jump on the call, but jumping on the call will seal the deal. And again, if your price point's high enough, you want to do that. You can't do that if your price point's $10. You
right.
Trade time for that little money. So if that makes sense.
Yeah, if your price point's $10, you definitely want to go more the scarcity route. Like, hey, I only have room for 5 more people. So, right. And I only have 5 more of these super fabulous keychains. So if you want it, you better jump on it. It's that kind of language.
And another way to get around the call. So if your price point's not high enough, you can totally have a Loom video or screen share or something where you have done a 10-minute video and give them private access to that link instead of having to hop on that call, but it's specific to whatever their need was. So again,
exactly.
Spend the time to record 5 different videos that touch on 5 different things, and whatever their need is, send them that video. So that's a good way to be in front of them.
All right, here's Kim. Wow, she wants me to answer this one. Y'all, Julie, expert. I don't know when this happened. All right, Jess, if I have a line of hand-painted original greeting cards and I want to do a post, what would I write? I have holiday. So I assume this post's purpose is to sell these cards. I have holiday. I was thinking Christmas in July or birthday ones. So if they're holiday cards, I think you're going to have a hard time. So if they're specifically Christmas cards that you're trying to sell in July, I feel like the Christmas in July route is really the only way to go, in which case you would want to portray them at a deep discount and tell them, it's never too early. Go ahead and get your cards for the end of the year. But if they're like birthday ones that are good year round, then I would definitely spin the handmade, the original. There is no other card out there like this one. And since they're handmade, I only have 10 of them. So make sure you get your custom card before they're sold out.
I can add to that. Because they're handmade, you can create that scarcity. You can use Christmas in July, bring it now and say, these always sell out. So I am being forced to sell them earlier and earlier because they will not be here at this time.
Told you Julie was the expert.
Sell it that way. You can also use the batching like cards. Literally, I buy a year's worth at a time. So you can bundle them together, a set of birthday, a set of holiday, and say, let's get your card situation, whatever you want to call it, do it for a whole year, have them on hand. You can lead with, tired of running to the Dollar General last minute to grab a card that's, not personal, not, whatever.
Looks like it came from the Dollar General.
the deal. And it cost, $5.75 when you could have a handmade card, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so getting ahead, like planning how special it is to get a handmade card. So there's lots. Ooh, I could have fun with that one. So
yeah.
And all of them, actually, if you think about it, and you've got to get in your marketing headspace and really think about things like that. So
for sure.
That's why I love the pre-planning. like especially with creating the scarcity on that one.
All right. And while we go to the last page, I'd just like to point out that tomorrow is social media day. So if you were ever going to run a special for only your people who follow you on social media,
tomorrow's the day.
Boom. Shakala. So this last page, disclaimer alert. This is just kind of a little bit of a nod to what we do at Your Social Plan. We've had Your Social Plan for a while, and it always changes, and it seems to just be getting better and better and better. But we have finally figured out what makes it work. And you've started to hear us talk about it today, and you're going to hear us talk about it more and more and more. For those of you who are Your Social Plan members, or for those of you who have only heard of Your Social Plan, you should know that there are a few changes that are coming in August that are going to make it more streamlined and more useful. And that is going to be that we're actually going to be speaking to and showing you how to use something that we have coined the MVP strategy. And it is written into every single page for every single day of your social plan. And that MVP strategy plays into what we have found to be the most high impact, responsive, engagement getting marketing strategy, where you combine a daily motivational post, which everyone loves because it makes them feel good and inspires them to do better and to dream bigger. And then a daily visibility post that is going to be getting more engagement. It's asking a question. It's seasonal. It's playing off of a national day. Whatever it is, it's meant to get you more visibility. And if you post it, it's going to do that. And then, as we mentioned when we first started, each day also includes a biz building prompt, which is where the P of the MVP comes in. And none of it works. It is a sum of its parts. None of it works separate from each other. So we have taken this turn, and we've created this strategy and really brought this strategy to life to help those of you who maybe you've been using your social plan, but you're not getting the results that you want. This is how we're going to put it together and help you get the success that other people are seeing.
Right. Because we know that the motivational and visibility that comes in this works the algorithm 100%. It is there to get you likes, comments, shares, get people seeing your posts, so then you can actually hook them with the prompts that are there. There's so many people, we're already saving you so much time on the done for you posts. You need to put a little bit of skin in the game to do those prompts, because that's what makes you shine on social. So that was the reason for today's, is to actually get you in the headspace to write these captions, think about how to sell without selling. So there you go, Savvy, sell without selling.
I just thought of the perfect sentence, and
okay.
Julie helped me get here. Okay, so M and V is about the algorithm, and we've done that for you. They are literally copy and paste, but the P is about you. So you've got to do the P in order to get your business out there.
Yep, and that's what Tracy says. She's been great with the M and V, but struggle with the P. Exactly, and the P is what puts you over the top. So, and really shining as owning, being the face of your business. So we really want to set you up in a way that these work for you. And again, we stress we're going to have a future TAT on whether you have your social plan or not. But if you collect quotes from wherever, is positioning those quotes in a way that set up your business. So, and that tout you as the expert or doing what you do, bringing in crochet somehow to those posts, or bringing in financial aspect. I use our M and V posts for a bankruptcy attorney. I position them every single day for that bankruptcy attorney. And it's crazy. I cannot wait to do that TAT actually. So anyway, but these prompts are what are going to put you over the top. So it's the sum of all its parts. So
yeah. So what Deanne just posted, first of all, Debbie, could you grab a screenshot of her comment so that we can put that somewhere? But so this is so true. And can I just say, from like every aspect that I've ever experienced in my life, whether it's business, fitness, singing, whatever it is, good is always the enemy of great. So while your social plan is fabulous, sometimes it creates a level of comfortability that keeps people from using it to a point of greatness. And that's literally what happens when people come on and they're like using the M and the V, but they're not using the P. They feel so amazing about having 60 posts a month right at their fingertips that they think that's enough. And it's just not. But the good news is with those 60 posts, we've saved you 80 hours, 40 hours if you're really fast. But then you need to go back and spend the 2 hours that it takes to put those 30 posts into motion for your business. And hopefully with today's Take Action, we help you keep it only 2 hours, and it's not going to take you too much longer than that.
Exactly. Because we know social is a time suck. It is. So we have shortcutted as much as we can for you, but you do have to do a little bit of the work unless you paid for our done for you services, and not everybody's in that position. So this is a help yourself with the aid of expertly written prompts. You can do this. I promise you can do this. So.
Yes. Oh, thank you guys.
Oh,
it's so good to hear.
Nikki says, I was excited about an 18% increase and people actually watched my reel. Yay. WASP is worth it. Time is money. Time is money. So, and that's why I'm such a fan of batching. And once you get in, like I have to be in a headspace to do whatever. If it's something creative, if it's marketing, if it's whatever, I get in that zone. So then I want to do a lot of it while I'm there, because I might not be able to circle back to it for a little while. So if you get in the zone, push through and do more than one. I don't love to do them a day at a time. So like I mentioned, the bankruptcy attorney, I do his and I do them a month at a time. So because I don't like to do, and I reuse them, I repurpose them. So
exactly. All right. So this has been a good one.
Exactly. Love it. So no matter what niche you're in, if you're network marketing, brick and mortar, whatever, start doing your prompts.
Exactly.
If you don't have them, you can Google them. If you don't have our product, it's okay. Just Google and just think, use other people's examples. Don't just copy and paste. Make them pertinent to you and your lifestyle and your business. So, all right.
Awesome.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Be sure to join us Thursday for Coffee and Questions. If you have any residual questions, you can also get in the group. We are always there to answer, and we love feedback, and we love hearing all about your wins, and we like the struggles too, so that we can help you guys through them.
Exactly. We all, and I want you to know, we all have struggles. So no matter what it is, come to the group. I posted a post. So, but thank y'all.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.